So I can't even believe that this is an issue right now, but people are really concerned with the future for the previous gen consoles, the previous generation of consoles, and what the future is for those. The consoles being, of course, the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360. Granted, we're in the new generation. We've got the PS4, we've got the Xbox One. You know, they've been out for a little over a year now. We should be moving on with those, technically, but within the last year, we've got some pretty solid titles for not just the new stuff, but for the old stuff as well. It's very impressive, but it's funny how people are really concerned with this. I've been seeing this floating around the net now for some time, and I decided that I would look into this and see what kind of games were really being developed for the new and the old, like just all across the board. And I came across, and I'm sure I missed a couple games here and there, but the ones I came up with were the Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. We've got that on everything, just again all across the board. We've got Assassin's Creed Unity was for the new stuff, but we also got Assassin's Creed Rogue, which was for the PS3 and 360. So that was kind of interesting to see that. We've got Titanfall, which was, mind you, they were on the Xbox consoles, you know, the Xbox One and the 360, and also PC, but apparently it ran really good on the 360 from what I hear. From what I understand, it was a solid game on that old generation, or on that old console. We got Destiny all across the board. We got Far Cry 4. We got Watch Dogs, The Evil Within. We got that game all across the board. Shadow of Mordor actually is on the older stuff now. And from what I understand, it runs like shit on the old systems. It really does. It runs so bad. And I don't understand why they brought it out for the old stuff, but that's what they did. Because again, we're in the new generation. The old should just be laid to rest because it's been out for quite some time, but we'll get into that very soon. Sports games, they're naturally just all across the board anyway, so not really surprised about that one at all. But this one right here caught my eye. It was Little Big Planet 3. I actually thought that Little Big Planet 3 was for the PS4 only, but apparently it's for the PS3 as well, which, okay, that's awesome. You know, people still get to enjoy that as well. I really did think it was on the PS4 only, but whatever. There was one game I remember that was only going to be on the PS3 and 360 and PC. And that game was Borderlands, the pre-sequel. I don't know why they made that choice to make it for the last gen and not the new gen, but whatever. I'm sure they'll actually bring it to us eventually because we've got other games that are being ported over, and I got a couple examples. Grand Theft Auto 5, people really excited about that one. A lot of fixes on it, a lot of, the online's been tweaked up. It's, from what I've heard anyways, it's just a much better version all around, so that was really cool we got that. So kudos to Rockstar for bringing us that on the new generation of the consoles. Hopefully it comes onto PC soon, because I would actually love to play that game. And then this one, which I was really excited for this, and I did do a video on this, and you can check it out. I'll have it up somewhere up here, somewhere right up here for the link for the video. I was covering this DMC Devil May Cry Definitive Edition and DMC 4 Special Edition. These games are going to be out, well, the DMC Definitive Edition will be out in March next year, and then the Special Edition will be out somewhere in the summertime. There was no official date, but yeah, I was really excited for those. They're going to be on the new consoles, both new consoles. I just hope to God that we get that on PC, because that's what I got. That's what I got it for, was PC. I got DMC on that. It's amazing to see that people just don't really want to move on quite yet, when the reality is that you're talking about consoles that have exceeded their lifespan. Typically a console's lifespan is like 5 to 6 years. 6 years tops, but this is interesting to me because the 360 launched in, what was it, March of 2005, and the PS3 launched in November of 2006. It'll be 10 years, because we're going into 2015 very soon. It'll be 10 years, and then PS3 it'll be 9. That's pretty good. I mean, that's pretty damn good actually, and especially within the last year, because the new consoles, the PS4 and Xbox One, not including the Wii U, because the Wii U has been out for 2. It had that year start, but the last year we've had these new consoles out, and within that time we've also had games all across the board. And this, at least this way, when we lay those consoles to rest finally, it'll be easier for developers, because now they can focus on the new stuff. They can focus on the new hardware and not have to worry about the old gen, because that, again, that's typically how it works. When something new comes out, they focus on that and then progress forward. That's how it's always been. I'm really surprised that we even got all these games for the old stuff within the last year. I really am. That never usually happens. To be fair, the PlayStation 2 actually did last a lot longer. There were still games being made for it. We saw a couple games here and there, but nothing of interest. It was mostly like sports games and, you know, like these party-like games. Games were still being made, is what my point is, but it was a lot longer. I mean, and you're talking about a console that was in like, what, 2001, I think it was? Yeah, like 2001. Up until like the last couple years ago, I just couldn't believe it. I know it sold an ass ton of units, but it was very successful. That was the longest lasting console that I've ever seen. So to be fair, this is not the first time that this has happened, but for solid titles like the ones I listed, that's pretty impressive. Again, it's just time to lay these things to rest. I mean, I really feel like we got everything we possibly could out of these consoles, and then some. Like, we really did get the most out of these consoles, more than any other console in the past, that's for damn sure. So, how do you guys feel about this? Do you think we should lay these to rest? Do you think developers should be making for not only the new stuff, but the old stuff too? Do you guys not care either way because you have all the consoles? How do you guys feel about that? You know, leave your comments down in the comment section down below. Let me know what you guys think about it. Be sure to give me a thumbs up on this video if you enjoyed watching this video. And thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys later.